Up on your local news, the third major fire in Brawley in just 1 week. Now police are offering big bucks for help catching the arsonist. And a university coach fired after he's caught on camera abusing players. Plus,
getting colorful is rad this weekend. I'm Vanessa Herrera, and I'll have all the details coming up.
ABC 5 News starts now.
From Yuma and San Luis to El Centro and the Imperial Valley, this is ABC 5 News.
Hello and good evening. Thank you for joining us for your local news on ABC 5. I'm Anna Hayes. The search for the Brawley arsonist who lit 3 fires in 3 days continues. Now police are willing to shell over big bucks if you can help find the suspect. Your local news reporter Patrick Hayes is in Brawley and has the story.
Anna, there are no words to describe what's going on here in Brawley, California. The police are looking for leads and business owners are wondering, are they next?
We did have a fire just the other night in the 600 block of Main Street.
3 fires, 3 days. Brawley Chief of Police tells me that the most recent blaze is connected to 5 other fires.
What we're concerned about mostly right now is that you police the area around your business, make sure there's not loose material that can be used to help him to light a fire.
Some people I talked to on Main Street are pretty worried.
I'm very, very concerned.
Valley Medical Pharmacy is located across the street from the most recent fire and right down the block from the 2 on Sunday.
We are the backbone of the city. These are the small businesses. We work for the people. We help for the people. And it's just not a good idea to involve in any such act.
With beefed up awareness, police are optimistic this arsonist has lit his last fire. And if he does try again, he'll be caught.
The citizens are at our heart in this, and we understand that the fear it may cause, but we ask them if we all work together, we can catch him.
Now, I'd like to remind viewers at home that $5,000 is still on the table for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the arsonist. Reporting for your local news, I'm Patrick Hayes.
Patrick, thank you. A bizarre scene this morning as Blythe police try to pull over a car after getting a report about a possible robbery. Early this morning, a man got in touch with police who told them that someone tried to rob him at gunpoint. Just hours later, police tried pulling over a red Dodge 4-door wagon near Hobson Way and 7th in Blythe. That car took off speeding onto Interstate 10 and ended near Highway 95. The driver and passengers took off and hid. Authorities caught all the passengers, but the driver, Stephen Beauchamp, got away. Police say he is armed and dangerous and call them right away if you know where he is. The state of Connecticut looks to change the dialogue on gun control as they debate new laws in responses to the tragedy in Newtown. ABC's Tamon Bradley has the story.
Today, Connecticut lawmakers are planning to send the nation a strong message by passing sweeping new gun control measures with bipartisan support. The vote comes more than 3 months after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting.
The tragedy in Newtown demands a powerful response. It demands a response that transcends politics.
After weeks of negotiations, legislative leaders reached a deal, but they didn't get everyone on board.
Making it more onerous, more cumbersome, more burdensome on law-abiding citizens in our state is not the solution. Please don't. Please don't.
The state law would ban sales on high-capacity ammunition magazines, require background checks on private gun sales, and create a first-of-its-kind dangerous weapon offender registry. While the debate raged at the Capitol, elsewhere in Connecticut, people opposed to new gun laws rallied. In Washington, Congress is set to take up nationwide proposals to curb gun violence next week. Today, President Obama took his gun control message on the road, traveling to the Denver Police Academy, just 4 miles from the Aurora movie theater massacre.
But the president wants to sign is the strongest gun bill he can sign.
Before Mr. Obama arrived, gun rights advocates, including some Colorado sheriffs, protested the proposed restrictions. Some Newtown victims' families say the Connecticut bill doesn't go far enough. They want confiscation of gun magazines that hold more than 10 bullets. Tamon Bradley, ABC News, Washington.
Well, President Obama isn't the only one pushing for gun control. The group formed by former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords and her husband Mark Kelly to push for new gun control measures is working to build support in the western U.S. And what is called a significant six-figure ad buy, Americans Responsible for Solutions is putting up web ads in Giffords' home state of Arizona and other western states. Giffords and Kelly have focused their efforts on the proposal for universal background checks so that that will include guns bought at shows or online. Group officials say they hope, since Giffords and Kelly are from the West and are gun owners themselves, that will help convince people to support expanding background checks. Time to take a look outside with our ABC5 Tower Cam. It is really warming up and finally starting to feel like summer. I guess April's really bringing the heat in the valley. But with that, the fair and the color run this weekend, there's so many things going on. I'm hoping we'll get a cool down. Time to check on that now with Jorge Torres. He's got a sneak peek of our forecast.
Good evening, everybody. It was a warm day yesterday across parts of the Yuma and Imperial Valleys. We warmed up to 88 degrees here in Yuma, 87 in Blythe, and 86 out in Imperial, California, and El Centro, 87 degrees. This morning, though, was a mild one across parts of the region. Yuma dipped down to about 58, Blythe 59, and El Centro 59 degrees this morning. It's going to be another warm next couple of days, but there are some changes that could mean some wind in the forecast over the next 7 days. We'll have the latest coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, like Jorge said, another gorgeous day out there for the Yuma County Fair. All sorts of great fun happening out there, including the Demolition Derby that's kicking off in less than an hour. Your local news reporter, Mauricio Marin, is live at the fairgrounds, getting ready for the fun. Mauricio, how's it going?
It's Demolition Derby night here at the Yuma County Fair. One of the funnest nights here of the 7-day stretch. It's plenty of fun. You can see behind me already people lining up an hour early. The show doesn't kick off till 7 o'clock, but it's that great of a show, seeing all the cars being smushed up. People are coming out early, so come on down. We want to see you have fun in the action here. It's really a great time. I'm joined here right now with Luis and his family, his son in particular. Luis says he comes out here every year to watch the Demolition Derby. Luis, what's your most favorite part?
This part, man. I love this part, and I mean, it's super fun. I enjoy having a good time with my kids out here, and it's super fun, man. I love it.
What's the favorite car that you like to get smushed up?
John Deere, man. RDO.
There you go. There you go. See, plenty of fun. What are you looking forward to right there?
I like the blue car.
All right. See, so there's something for everyone. Come on down. You still got about another hour to come out and take part in all the fun. It's only $5 come out to the fair, $3 for kids, and anyone under 6 years old is free. So plenty of fun. Demolition Derby kicking off at 7 o'clock right here at the Yuma County Fair. Plenty of fun. So come join us after the show, Anna Hayes.
Sounds like a good time, Mauricio. Thanks for the live report. And here's a look at what's coming up on your local news. More threats from North Korea's young leader will bring you up to date, and major changes for people who buy their own health insurance. You're watching ABC 5 News. Stay with us. Thanks for coming back with us. A high-ranking drug cartel member extradited to Arizona is facing drug and money laundering charges. Arizona Attorney General Tom Horne announced the extradition of Rafael Enrique Araiza. The drug cartel member was brought in from Mexico City to Arizona through the help of U.S. Marshals. Araiza and 17 other people have been indicted by a grand jury on 65 counts of drug and money laundering charges. Authorities say he is the head of a major illegal drug trafficking operation foiled by Tucson police, and he is expected to be formally charged later this week. And more than $500,000 of drugs off the streets tonight after Border Patrol agents stop a smuggler. It happened Tuesday afternoon at the I-8 checkpoint near Spot Road. When the driver was sent to second inspection, agents found about 11 pounds of meth behind the dashboard of the car. The driver and drugs have been turned over to the DEA. And North Korea continues its campaign of dangerous and warlike provocation. The rogue nation blocked South Korean workers from their jobs at a shared industrial complex located on the north side of the border. The latest move by the communist country comes after a pledge to restart its nuclear capabilities and threats to attack South Korea and the U.S. The Obama administration says it's taking the threat seriously, deploying 2 missiles, destroying warships to the Western Pacific, and vowing to protect its Asian ally.
The United States will defend and protect ourselves and our treaty ally, the Republic of Korea.
If they decided to, resume hostilities, I think we got to be ready to go.
The Seoul government says its military is ready to respond, and the U.S. says so far North Korea's young leader Kim Jong-un has not backed up his threats with actions. But there's growing worry that a miscalculation on his part could lead to regional war. More than $3 million being spent to remove and replace pavement on one local road in Yuma. ADOT wants to remind you of the work areas. Starting Sunday, the Arizona Department of Transportation and the city of Yuma will begin work along 4th Avenue. Workers will be painting new pavement striping and marks as well as replacing pavement. The project starts this Sunday and will last until August. Workers will be out Sunday through Thursday at 8 at night until 5 in the morning between West Catalina Drive and the Arizona-California state line. At least one lane in each direction will always remain open. ADOT reminds drivers to slow down through these construction zones. Coming up on your local news, if you want to get downright dirty and colorful, all for a good cause, we'll tell you how you can. Coming up, oh man, stay with us.
You're watching your local news on ABC5 with Anna Hayes and meteorologist Jorge Torres.
Oh, take a look at all that water. The death toll in Argentina rising after heavy rain lashed the province of Buenos Aires. More than 35 people have been killed so far by flooding in the area of La Plata. That's according to Argentina media. We hope that rain will stop for them soon, but for us here, we're just expecting lots of sunshine. Here's Jorge Torres back with our complete forecast.
Good evening, Anna. Good evening, everybody across the Yuma and Imperial Valleys. It was a warm one yesterday here in town. As I mentioned earlier, it was 88 in Yuma, 85. It was even warmer yesterday here compared to Phoenix, Arizona, 85 there, 79 in Vegas, and 66 there in Los Angeles. And there is still a ridge of high pressure beginning to build over western parts of the country. This will allow for dry conditions across southwestern Arizona. And then this ridge will go right on top of us later tonight into tomorrow. That's going to keep the winds on the light side and generally coming in from the west, but temperatures will also remain warm across parts of the region. Future temps over the next 24 hours beginning at 6:30. We're going to remain in the upper 80s here in town, and in the outlying areas generally in the mid 80s, but out west in Phoenix down to 81. By tonight, we'll cool down to 79 degrees here in Yuma, and then for the overnight hours, we'll notice temperatures dip down just a few degrees. We'll be in the mid 60s by 5 in the morning, 50s in Vegas, and also out in Phoenix. And then for the rest of the morning, still on the mild side, generally in the mid 60s, and then we're warming up again in the afternoon hours tomorrow into the lower 90s here in Yuma, which is about 6 to 7 degrees above average for this time of year. So for tonight, expect mostly clear skies with light winds and overnight lows in the 60s across the Yuma Valley. In Welton, 64, 60 in Quartzsite and Blythe, California, 62 the low with a high tomorrow of 90, 88 in Quartzsite and also 90 in Welton. Let's head over towards Calexico tonight, dipping down to 62, 63 across the border in Mexicali, and 65 in San Luis with a warm day tomorrow, the high of 93 there and 94 in Mexicali. Let's head up to Salton City, 60 degrees tonight with the temperature tomorrow warming up to 90 and 92 in Brawley, 93 in Imperial. Tonight in Yuma, 64, winds from the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour and warming up tomorrow to 92. And in El Centro tonight, 60 with a mild day tomorrow as well, pretty warm with a high of 91. And your 7-day outlook showing those temperatures cooling down a few degrees for tomorrow on the weekend. But as I mentioned earlier, the winds will pick back up, breezy Sunday and Monday and possibly windy next Tuesday.
All right, thank you so much. Well, a 5K is happening this weekend that's colorful, to say the very least, and it's all for a good cause. Your local news reporter Vanessa Herrera has more on the special event.
Color Me Rad it's the funnest 5K there is.
It's not timed or judged, just 3.1 miles of colorful fun.
Every kilometer, we either throw color on you or spray color on you.
Oh my God.
It's just all about coming out, having a good time, and most of all, supporting a good cause.
That cause? The Yuma Diabetes Coalition.
We're a coalition we started about a year ago. We're a fund of Yuma Regional Medical Center, and our purpose is to just build awareness and education on diabetes in the Yuma community.
The money stays right here in Yuma. All you have to do is sign up.
If you use the promo code Yuma Diabetes, and you can still register today and tomorrow, use that promo code Yuma Diabetes, and you will get 10% off, and the Yuma Diabetes Coalition will get 15% of the registration fees.
For more information about the family-friendly event, you can log on to colormerad.com. The race will kick off Saturday morning with the first heat running at 9 o'clock, and the 3.1-mile race will begin and end at Gateway Park. And as for the color, it's just cornstarch and totally safe.
We have plenty of color. We have enough.
In Yuma,
it's going to be absolutely off the hook.
Vanessa Herrera for your local news.
Oh, goodness. Your local news team will be running on Saturday. We highly encourage you to make us as colorful as you possibly can. We're all excited and can't wait for that race. Looks like a good time. Well, coming up on your local news, a basketball coach is fired after some controversial footage surfaces. That story and more. But first, it's an exciting night of all your favorite shows on ABC5. Here's a look at what's coming up. Thanks for staying with us. It's the video that got Rutgers University basketball coach Mike Rice fired today. It shows Rice hitting, kicking, throwing balls directly at players, screaming obscenities, including gay slurs. Less than 24 hours after ESPN released the video, Rice lost his job.
There's no explanation for what's on those films because there is no excuse for it. I was wrong. And I want to tell everybody who's believed in me that I'm deeply sorry for the pain and the hardship that I've caused them.
This abuse was first reported in December. Back then, Rice was suspended for 3 games, fined $50,000, and told to take anger management classes. Rutgers athletic director now admits that last year's corrective action was a mistake. And big changes are coming next year for people who buy their own health insurance. More than half of the individual plans currently on the market don't meet the standards to be sold next year. That's according to a University of Chicago study. When key provisions of President Obama's Affordable Care Act begin in 2014, individual plans will be required to cover an array of essential services. They include medication, maternity, and mental health care. Many plans don't currently offer those benefits. As coverage goes up, so does the cost. Most individual plans sold next year are likely to charge higher premiums. And in our Medical Minute tonight, some alarming news about the financial cost of treating dementia. A new study finds that it is more costly than treating cancer or heart disease. More from ABC's Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Caring for family or friends who suffer from dementia can be taxing physically, emotionally, and mentally. And now a new study shows that treating dementia also takes its toll financially. In fact, caring for dementia patients is more expensive than the costs associated with cancer or heart disease. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine finds that in 2010, between $157 and $215 billion was spent on dementia. The annual cost per person ranged from more than $41,000 to just over $56,000. The researchers found that the bulk of that money was not spent on medication or treatment. They estimate that about 80% of those funds were used to pay for nursing home or at-home care. With the population of the U.S. aging, the outlook is bleak. The authors say the cost of dementia could double by 2040 unless progress is made to improve treatment. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Well, your local news anchor, Anna Chalk, is here now in the studio with a look at what you can see tonight at 10. Anna?
Hey, Anna Hayes. You know those annoying robocalls? Well, a guy has won a contest because he came up with a device that will stop those pesky dinner time interruptions, and it's something you might want at your house. Plus, the store you choose could determine the price you pay for your generic drugs. I'll have those stories, plus Nicole Gomez will be here with your complete local weather forecast. So be sure to join me tonight at 10 for your local news right after a brand new episode of Nashville. Anna Hayes, back to you.
Sounds like a great show. Thanks, Anna Chalk. There's still lots ahead on your local news right now. A major late-night talk show is about to have a new host. That story and more coming up on ABC 5. The San Luis Police Department has a new number, and they want to make sure that you have it. The new main number is 341-2420. The old number, 627-8881, is no longer a working number. Again, that new number is right on your screen. The old one doesn't work anymore. There's no front runner, but if the 2016 GOP presidential primary was held now, Senator Marco Rubio of Florida would get the most votes. According to a new national poll, 19% of likely Republican voters would choose Rubio. 17% would support Representative Paul Ryan of Wisconsin, last year's vice president nom. Now, they were followed by Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. The poll also shows Republican voters would prefer a nominee with experience as a governor rather than a senator. Interesting stuff. And it's official. Jay Leno is out and Jimmy Fallon is in. NBC confirmed today that Fallon will take over The Tonight Show in spring of 2014 to coincide with the network's coverage of the Winter Olympics. The Tonight Show will also relocate from LA to its original home in New York City. NBC was reportedly worried about losing younger viewers to ABC's Jimmy Kimmel. Great show. In a statement, Leno congratulated Fallon and said, "I hope you're as lucky as me and hold on to the job until you're the old guy." Leno's been with The Tonight Show for 22 years. Fallon said in a statement, "I'm really excited to host a show that starts today instead of tomorrow." That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can catch the later edition of ABC 5 News at 10 o'clock tonight. The Big Bang Theory is coming up right after this. Everyone, have a great evening.